Your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elise Ramey. Among our top stories, a settlement reached between families and the engineering firm accused of having some responsibility for the Flint water crisis. Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman, known as LAN, settled a lawsuit with four families months after a jury could not reach a unanimous verdict in August. The families sued LAN and another company, Veolia North America, accusing them of not using or doing enough to get Flint to treat the highly corrosive water or urge a return to a regional water supplier. Details were not disclosed to the public. The families that reached a settlement with LAN are still suing Veolia. A Grand Blanc Township woman left devastated after she says porch pirates stole a package with priceless keepsakes inside. She says a box contained 2 blankets made up of her late husband's t-shirts, who died last year from cancer. She tells us the theft has brought the pain of her loss rushing back. She also says her daughter is devastated because she doesn't have a whole lot of things of her father's. It was supposed to be a nice keepsake for her to have, as she says she knows it's a long shot for the package to be returned, but she's not giving up hope. She also said it would mean the world to her family. Renovations coming to housing at Saginaw Valley State University. Today, the SVSU Board of Control approved nearly $5.8 million for improvements to Pine Grove Central and the Tranquil Hall portion of first-year suites. $3.8 million will go to improving Pine Grove and nearly $2 million will go towards Tranquil Hall. Work on 2 of the oldest buildings in the university's history is scheduled to begin in May. And now here's a check of the forecast.
Elise, looks like we'll have periodic chances for snow going into tonight and at times through the weekend. We should see a bit of a drop off late tonight and into the early morning hours of tomorrow. I wouldn't say our chances are 0 overnight, just not as much as we're seeing this evening. Our low temperatures are expected to be in the 20s, so be mindful of the roads tomorrow morning, as a lot of them are just wet for the time being. Your first alert pinpoint Doppler radar also shows the snow is still going on the west side of the state, so some of that will continue to pass through from time to time tonight. I do think the heaviest snowfall totals will be found on the west side of the state, so if you had any travel plans to go that direction this weekend, I would at least check in to see where you're going and what conditions are like there locally. As for your hour-by-hour forecasts going through tonight, there's the snow showers passing through. Once we get to the overnight time frame, they slow down briefly before picking back up again on Saturday. Do think there is potential on Saturday for at least a few snow squalls, so just be mindful of that if you'll be traveling for tomorrow. They could lead to rapid drops in visibility and also some quick accumulations. Snowfall accumulations through the weekend. This is through 2 p.m. Sunday, where most of the snow should be done. Consider it a general overview. It's not going to be perfect. Lake effect snow can be variable, but I think totals between 1 to 2 inches are realistic, especially in areas farther to the west, with them being a little bit lighter the farther east you go. High temperatures on Saturday, low to mid-30s, feeling more like the teens and 20s at times thanks to the wind tomorrow. And temperatures long term expected to be much colder, with a lot of us going towards the 20s by the middle of next week. We may briefly come back up on Thursday, but colder air settles in behind that, and another chance for snow after Thursday on Friday and maybe even into next weekend.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.